Cook up the gut. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Allen now looks to throw. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down, here's the run with Cook. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Here's a 2nd and 5. And now they'll throw with Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Allen. And he's got it. And he's brought down. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On first down, Rodgers. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play?
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Gregory Rousseau. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. That is caught. And he is going to have the Jets first down, and they celebrate a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Rodgers again now. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And they get on the board, trailing now 8-3. So not the strongest of kicks we've seen him make, but he gets a favorable bounce, and it's 3 points all the same.
Yeah, that was one of those where he needed the 6-iron, but he pulled out the 9-iron. That one was run out of gas quickly, but he does manage to pop it over the bar.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And the Bills first down.
Allen off the play fake. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Jets' 47-yard line.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen on the move to his left. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Here's Allen to throw it. Flushed out right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed.
Yeah, a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On play action, Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And some room to run now. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Hey, take 26.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
The Jets take over first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, 30 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
He'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. They fake the give. Now Rodgers rolling to his right. Gonna throw right side here, complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Rodgers now to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally make... There he goes left side! And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this 1st half. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And the accuracy lacking there for Zuerlein. It's off to the right, no good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the 1st half.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the 1st down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Over.
Rodgers going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 17-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5. They'll go again with Hall. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On play action, it's Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Well, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Now they will try again on 2nd down. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A 7-yard pickup.
Play action. Now it's Allen. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. On play action, Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on fourth.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
And he gets this to the 35, good for a gain of 5.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out, and they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now it's Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Rodgers now on first down. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle? Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Has his man, it's Shakir. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Allen now looks to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
On the counter, it's Hall. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Time to waste. Let's go.
Keep it up. Your ball, baby.
No.
3rd and 12. Here's Rodgers to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Second and 12, operating from the 39. Now Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Here is 3rd and 5. To throw is Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. They'll give to Hall. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second and 6. Rodgers throwing here. They'll set up the screen for Hall. He's got room to roam, and he will have a Jets first down, and that should just about do it. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Let's make a play here.
Let's go, baby!
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and...
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work